Of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. lives on with a day of service, how people here gave back to the community. And the most significant raise in 8 years is coming for thousands living here in southern Colorado. Why they will be seeing more in their next paychecks. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Fox 21 Local News right now at 9 p.m. I'm Scott Kilbury. Lauren and Taylor are off tonight. Right now, first on Fox 21, several school districts are already delayed for tomorrow because of the weather, including Huerfano RE1. Pueblo District 70, Canyon City RE1, and Fremont Florence RE2. Among others, they are all on a 2-hour delay. And for the latest conditions and any more school closings or delays, go to our website, fox21news.com, and be sure to join Craig, Abby, and Matt right here tomorrow morning beginning at 5 a.m. Fox 21 local news right now. The intersection of Bijou and Circle in Colorado Springs was closed for hours following a serious crash this evening. Springs police are looking for a car that was carjacked and the people who did it. Police say the SUV hit a blue truck, and then the people inside the SUV took off running after the crash, hijacking another car and driving away. Police don't know how many people were involved with that carjacking, and the driver of the truck was seriously hurt at the same time, taken to the hospital. Right now, she is in critical but stable condition. Police were on the scene for about an hour and a half, and it has since opened back up that intersection, but the investigation continues. Meanwhile, in Pueblo, the Colorado State Patrol is investigating a crash on Interstate 25 near milepost 77 in Pueblo County that killed one person. 19-year-old April Lopez of Los Alamos, New Mexico, was driving a 1997 Jeep Wrangler on northbound I-25. Troopers say the weather was snowy and the roads were wet with ice in some parts. Lopez lost control of the Jeep while passing a CDOT pickup truck. The Jeep spun around, hit a guardrail, and then rolled down an embankment several times. Lopez was hurt in the crash and taken to a hospital in Pueblo. Meanwhile, the passenger, 19-year-old Patrick Beauparlant, also of Los Alamos, died on the scene. The driver of the CDOT truck was able to miss hitting that Jeep and was not hurt. And right now, happening in Colorado Springs, police are investigating a bizarre theft today after a front loader was stolen, then used to tear an ATM out of the ground. It happened near the intersection of South Nevada and Cheyenne Mountain Boulevard early this morning. According to police, the front loader was stolen from a construction site nearby, and after the thieves used it to rip the ATM out of the ground, they left it there. The ATM was loaded into a bed of a truck, which the thieves used to escape from the scene. If you have any information about this crime, you are asked to call police at 444-7000. And right now, tonight's good news in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thousands across the country are volunteering their time on this National Day of Service, including right here in southern Colorado at Care and Share food banks. Here are the facts first. More than 200 volunteers helping to sort and repack thousands of pounds of food donations at both the Colorado Springs and Pueblo distribution centers. Fox 21's Sarah Ferguson caught up with one volunteer who's just 8 years old and already making a huge difference.
Ferguson reporting for Fox 21 Local News right now.
Gotta love the enthusiasm of that young man. Also today, a breakfast and a march to remember and honor the legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In only its third year, participation has more than tripled in size.
You know, I met people here today that were amazing.
David Stimke is one of at least a couple hundred who marched in the streets of Colorado Springs this morning to honor the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
We just walk, you know, it shows that we can be together. It shows that we can share the same ideas and ideologies.
The temperatures were below freezing, but that didn't deter a good turnout. The message, to move the message forward.
So important that we have a voice and that we teach our children to have a voice in a productive and a nonviolent way.
So it's important that we continue to strive to be inclusive, continue to strive to let all voices be heard.
The morning started with the All People's Breakfast on the campus of Colorado College.
After King's era, we saw separate and unequal schools. In 2017, we saw racist posters circulate at Cheyenne Mountain High School.
Today's dialogue suggests while we have made strides in the 55 years since King's I Have a Dream speech, the friction in today's political environment shows we can still improve.
Today wasn't anything political other than celebrating a beautiful man who had a beautiful message and changed this country, and hopefully we can continue to honor that message and move forward in this country.
Right now in tonight's Military Matters, there will be a bump to the paychecks of military members this week, the largest since 2010. At the end of December, you might recall President Donald Trump mandating a 2.4% pay hike for uniformed service members and a 1.9% raise for federal workers. The new pay increase went into effect on January 1st. And right now, going across Colorado, the state ski resorts say early season visits are down between 11 and 13% compared with last year because of low snow conditions. Colorado Ski Country USA, which represents 23 resorts in the state, recorded 13% fewer visits at its member operations through December 31. Separately, Colorado Ski Country says warm, dry weather in November and December reduced the amount of natural snowfall, so many resorts relied on snowmaking. Vail Resorts, which isn't part of Colorado Ski Country USA, reported visits were down nearly 11% as well at its North American ski areas. Through January 8th, the state's historically snowiest months are still ahead. The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo posting an update on their hippo girls from their keepers in Missouri. The zoo says that they're on vacation at Dickerson Park Zoo while the exhibit is being built at CM Zoo. The girls are doing well and seem to be happy hippos. They're spending most of their time hanging out in the pool when the weather isn't cold. And right now in tonight's Safety Alert, a Fox 21 News Safety Alert, incredibly stupid craze is dominating social media these days, and you probably are not going to believe it until you see it. Bafaya Yang, it tells us about the Tide Pod Challenge and why it's so dangerous.
What should Tide Pods be used for? Doing laundry, nothing else.
And I would like that tweet. Two parents busted after a horrific discovery at their home, what they found and what they're saying tonight. And check this off her bucket list, how a 99-year-old woman's dream came true while being part of an historic football game. And both federal and state investigators still trying to figure out how a false missile alarm was sounded in Hawaii on Saturday. What is being done to make sure it doesn't happen again?
This is Fox 21 Local News right now at 9 p.m.